let's talk about what's been happening in VR this week. Don't normally cover too much VR news, but let's give it a go and see what's been happening. Apple have given us more information about their VR headset. They are apparently going to be selling this for around $3,000. Wow. Whew. On the Oculus Quest front, they have now launched their own version of sideloading, which will make it a lot easier for users to get into the games that are in beta from developers that haven't been yet approved for the Oculus Store, so that's something good. We've had the Steam Festival with lots of demos on the go. Sword Reverie is one of my personal favourites. I'm really looking forward to that one coming out. Lots of demos for you to try, and a few other game updates have been sprinkled in here and there. Let's start by taking a look at the Apple VR. Now, we don't know what it's going to be called, it's just got a project name at the moment. We don't even know if it is going to fully come to the markets, but they're working on it, and they're claiming that the two lenses each are going to have an 8K display. Not shared, 8K each, which is insane in comparison to what we've got at the moment. I have to look at this on the screen because I can't remember. The Valve Index per lens has got 1440 by 1600, and the Quest 2 is 1832 by 1920. So in comparison to that, that is insane, Apple. That is insane. Although that does match the price point of $3,000 that they're aiming for at the moment, which I'm not sure who their target market's going to be for that. Obviously Apple fans, but how many people have got a spare $3,000 lying around to go into the VR market? My issues with this is we don't know. Is it going to be standalone? I doubt very much they'd be able to create a headset that powerful that is standalone, but that could be reflected in the price point that they're trying for $3,000. Now, the straps are interchangeable, as is Apple. I'm sure it'll cost you £100 or so to get yourself another coloured strap if you don't like the standard colour that they're going to come with. For this, my worries about this are, is it going to be exclusive to Macs? Are you going to be able to use this on a Windows PC if it is not wireless? I have a feeling deep down you'd need a Mac for it, but that will really limit what you're able to do with this headset. I don't see it as it's going to be a gaming VR headset. I see it as more of a kind of business productivity headset where you can use various softwares to do unfun things. Are Apple going to be coming out with their own gaming store? We do have like iTunes and the App Store with those kind of apps, but I can't imagine Apple coming out with their own game store, but maybe they are. Maybe behind the scenes they're trying to go for the gaming market as well. But I'll see this more as a business device rather than for normal consumers who just want to play some VR games. But it is something to keep an eye on. It is interesting. I don't think I'd be buying it at that price. With that price, you could buy 2 MacBooks. I don't even have 1 MacBook. But if you are an Apple fan, it is something to look out for and see what they're going to be doing if they can shake up the world of virtual reality at all. Let's look at on the Oculus front now. Big news for Oculus this week. We've got version 25, 2.5, 25, where they're bringing in Facebook Messenger. Okay, let's move on from that. We have also got in this the new Oculus App Lab. Now this is huge. This means for people that want to get their apps onto the Oculus Store but have not been fully approved for a full launch in the Oculus Store, can get their products out there to the consumers without having the consumer having to sideload their Oculus Quest, which they may be hesitant to do. Now, this is a great way for small developers especially to try and get their products out to a bigger audience without you needing a PC to side quest, for example. You don't have any of those barriers going on. It's going to be great. And the thing that I like most about it is Oculus have actually been working with SideQuest. If you don't know already, if you haven't been involved in the sideloading, SideQuest is the main platform that most users will use to sideload content onto their Quest. And the company have done a great job at doing this. SideQuest is great. If you haven't looked into it, you should have a look at all the apps available there. So it does seem very good that Oculus are being supported by SideQuest and SideQuest are supporting Oculus on this venture. I'm glad that they are doing it combined and Facebook isn't just turned around and decided, no, we're going to shut down SideQuest. It looks good that SideQuest is going to continue at the same time. Because the issue with the Oculus App Lab at the moment is it only has 12 titles. This is going to expand. It's obviously going to expand. It's just launching with 12 titles, but there'll be a lot of games and apps, I imagine, in development that might not reach their criteria to get added onto the App Lab, which is a shame. There could be some little gems out there that aren't getting a chance, but the the Oculus App Lab should give these little smaller developers a good chance to get out there and get known by the audience. I'm really hyped about this because a lot of people can have issues with sideloading. They don't have a computer to do it on. They're just not too tech savvy and know how to do it, and this will make it great, bringing us more options on what we can do in an Oculus Quest. I'm really hyped for this. On that note, shortly Multibrush should be also coming to the App Lab. If you don't know what that is a multiplayer version of Tilt Brush, which is now just gone open source, so that'll be something fun to try out. Pavlov's Shack should also be coming as well, if you haven't already given that a go. Now, game updates. The main one for the Quest has been The Walking Dead. They finally got Trials, which is the zombie horde mode. If you haven't played Walking Dead Saints and Sinners yet, I'd say that is the best zombie game we have got on virtual reality. It is a really, really good game, and if you like to kill zombies, you should check that out. On the zombie front still, Propagation VR. You might have seen me do a video on this and completely crap my pants. They now have multiplayer co-op, so if you don't want to do this on your own, you want to get scared with your friends, check that out. A personal favourite of mine, Regnarock have just now come out with a new update doing lots of visual changes. If you haven't already, I highly suggest you check out Regnarock. I seriously like that game, and I'm going to be doing a review on it shortly. Now, do you like VR and you want to come and talk about VR with other like-minded people? Then you can come and check out my Twitch on Wednesday and Friday nights from 6 PM GMT, or jump into our Discord server. I'm trying to grow a nice little Discord community so we can all hang out, play some games together, and just talk VR, find out what's happening in the world of virtual reality. Now, the Steam Game Festival is on, and with this there's lots of demos you can be trying out this weekend. It's not all virtual reality obviously, but if you want to check out the virtual reality games, have a look at the visuals and viewpoint section and click on VR and we can take a look at the VR games that are featured here. Now, the one that I've been trying out is Sword Reverie. I've been following this one for a little while. It's an anime RPG, JRPG going on, so right up my street, but there is a few free demos here for us to try out and get a little glimpse into what games are coming forward. I'm looking forward to trying Troll Hunter actually. I think I'm going to download that next and see how that goes. Ooh, Monster Collector, that seems pretty cool. That seems up my street as well. That seems pretty, yeah, let's try that out. I may have forgotten to mention the biggest piece of news that has came out this week, that is Facebook and Oculus are working on the successor to the Oculus Quest 2, which we assume will be the Oculus Quest 3. Now, this is great news. The Oculus Quest 2 came out at the right time. It has been a major success. It has massively boosted the virtual reality market, so it's looking great at the moment. Sorry, Oculus Rift owners, Facebook don't seem to be doing very much with that at the moment. Oculus's main goal when they got into the virtual reality market was to have the standalone wireless headsets such as the Quest and Quest 2. So going forward, I think it's going to be more standalone wireless headsets rather than PC headsets. So we'll see where that goes, but it's going to be a great boost for the virtual reality market. Will it be coming out next year to compete with the Apple VR headset? We just have to wait and see. Now, this is my first news video. It was just supposed to be a little quick one, a little run through some of the big things that have been happening this week. Do you want to see this? Do you know all this information already and you don't really care and you would prefer more tech videos, more review videos? That is fine. Just let me know in the comments below and I will, well, skip these if nobody cares. Or let me know what news you found out about VR this week that you are hyped about. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.